It's Thursday Newsbreak with Gabe James and Ryan Kelly.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Newsbreak. I'm Gabe James.
And I'm Ryan Kelly. Here are tonight's top stories.
Wait, where's Richie? He wasn't even in the intro. What happened to him?
Oh, don't worry, he's been taken care of.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Okay, let's just get on with the news. Thanksgiving was a week ago, and the New York Times named Freebirds as one of the best Thanksgiving movies for kids. Their only other option was Thanksgiving 3.
In other Thanksgiving news, Martha Stewart prepared 30 pies for the holiday, but her plans were canceled on account of Snoop Dogg no longer having the munchies.
Hang on. Snoop Dogg doesn't actually give up on weed, right? That's like his thing.
No, he didn't give up weed. I'm pretty sure the story was a publicity stunt to cover up the real reason Snoop Dogg wasn't attending Martha Stewart's Thanksgiving dinner.
Which is?
I thought you knew.
Now, why would I know? Anyways, an overdue book that was checked out in 1976 was finally returned to the library in England after 45 years. Apparently, there was quite a hullabaloo caused in the library. Folks really had their knickers knackered over this missing book.
In other British news, 4 men have been charged with stealing an 18-karat gold toilet from Winston Churchill's house. This world's most expensive porta potty has still not been found, and police are feeling like their efforts are going down the toilet.
So sad. Ex-OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has been quoted saying, "I think we're heading for the best world ever." In other news, AI-controlled killer drones are now a thing.
Altman, seen here imagining what it's like to hug a woman, was fired from OpenAI last week.
After his termination, Altman, seen here, about to begin the craziest game of patty cake you've ever seen, was quickly hired by Microsoft. It's a new business structure he's calling a rebound.
Speaking of rebounds, Elon Musk has filed a lawsuit against watchdog group Media Matters after they accused X of placing ads next to pro-Nazi content. This is a multi-million-dollar way of saying, I know you are, but what am I?
Or like arresting the cop who's arresting you, both which are stupid. And speaking of stupid, a man trapped in a jury vault overnight was freed when the timer opened the vault as scheduled.
Wait, so does that mean if I try to rob a bank and just say I got locked in there accidentally, I'll get off scot-free?
Well, yeah, but what would you do with the money?
I would eat the money. Wouldn't you eat the money?
No.
Oh. Well, in other eating news, a school in Richmond has banned all candy amid concern about consumable hemp. Looks like they're taking high school to a whole new level.
With the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch having happened just 2 weeks ago, the Travis Kelce-Taylor Swift relationship has been receiving more attention than ever. To compete, Travis's brother Jason Kelce has just announced his public relationship with Pete Davidson.
Gabe, do you know anything about football?
Absolutely not. That's why we're bringing in someone who's only a little more qualified to talk about football than us. Please welcome your mom.
Hang on, my mom?
Oh, where's my little Richie?
Hang on, you're Richie's mom?
Damn, I forgot to take you out of the script.
What was that, dear?
Nothing. It's so nice to meet you, Miss Castronova.
Nice to meet you too, sweetie. Now, do either of you know where my little Richie is? He still hasn't given me his Christmas list yet.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, but he's definitely safe.
I sure hope so. I told him when he started college that it was dangerous living so close to the big city. What with these hoodlums in Times Square, mascots, and walkable communities, you know, there's less crime in the suburbs. Car-dependent infrastructure. Much harder to mug someone when they're driving around as opposed to walking around.
Okay, but don't you worry, Miss Castronova. We're only 25 miles away from New York City. He'd have to be brave enough to ride the LIRR to get there in the first place.
Yeah, and the city's not what he needs to be worried about anyways.
That's very ominous, dear, but if he's not here, I best be off. I still have to drop off his Thanksgiving leftovers. I have a whole green bean casserole for him, half a pie, my famous mostly cornbread, assorted Costco wholesale desserts, the leftovers from his aunt's coochie board, and those little olives he likes to put on his baby.
I've had enough of my own family during Thanksgiving.
Same here. A mayor in North Carolina was recently elected based on the decision of a coin toss, which is honestly a great representation of our government.
An evangelical preacher's under fire for thinking that the Teletubbies' Tinky Winky is gay. We make a gay joke, but unfortunately this punchline was written by the one straight writer for TNL.
You know, I also heard about some evangelical furries who are worried that they're going to get targeted for their faith. If that's not an oxymoron, I don't know what is. Are the evangelicals okay?
Not the furry ones.
I didn't think so.
All right, if there's one thing I've learned today is that people are crazy. Let's talk about some animal news to lighten the tone a bit. After a Navy plane overshot a runway and ended up making an emergency landing in the ocean, a local fish wedding was sadly interrupted.
The Colombian government is looking to sterilize Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos. And I just have one question. What are cocaine hippos?
I have no idea, but I'm glad to see that the cocaine animal cinematic universe is expanding.
Oh.
Meanwhile, a hiker in California recently reported 3 bears following her down the trail. The person who called in the report refused to give their real name, Justin alias Goldilocks.
A dog was caught in the driver's seat of a moving car in a traffic camera photo in Slovakia. The dog will be serving 3 months and be sentenced to being called a bad dog once he's out on probation.
Naughty. The Navy has requested for the government to raise the limit of legal whaleboat collisions. Environmental groups are calling this request a load of shamoo and demand that the Navy stops being a bunch of Moby Dicks.
As wolves become more common in Colorado, ranchers are going to need upgraded security. Guard donkeys have come highly recommended by ogres and dragons alike. The flurry of hooves and rambling anecdotes make them a truly terrifying foe.
Oh my god, like Shrek 7, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Police in British Columbia were baffled to find that following sounds of distress and fearing a fall victim, they stumbled upon a really sad goat.
Oh, I thought for a second there you might have found Richie.
What?
Oh, nothing. Anyways, animals given up for adoption in New York State may have been turned into reptile food. What do you mean, may?
All right, things are getting a bit dark and I'm scared for my life. How about we move away from animal news?
Right. Well, I just learned that today is National Personal Space Day.
Oh my god. Oh, interesting. Today is also National Computer Security Day. To celebrate, I decided to pay it forward and finally send that Nigerian prince some money.
Yeah. An Atlanta woman was accidentally charged more than $7,000 for a Subway sandwich. What's the big deal? Said Hofstra Dining Services.
A new policy will prohibit Chicago police officers from joining hate or extremist groups. However, current members, don't worry, you will be grandfathered in.
The FDA is being put under fire as more and more kids become sick from eating lead-tainted applesauce pouches. I told Richie he should stop sucking the sauce before it was too late.
Okay. Maybe we should wrap up for tonight. After all, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes has just been released to movie theaters, causing the resurgence of everyone's Hunger Games phase. And I have a date with Gayle on Wattpad tonight.
Thank you all for joining us. We hope you all have a wonderful holiday season.
This has been Thursday Newsbreak. I'm Gabe James.
And I'm Ryan Kelly. Good night, everyone.